This is Trabr. We're creating the technology and the ecosystem for everything building. We're creating a market network which boasts a marketplace and a mobile-first, cloud-based suite of project control tools for builders, consumers, trades, suppliers, for everybody. All on a smartphone, all remote, all mobile, all for building. This is Trabr, and this is a building conversation. So g'day, we're here today with Dave Henson from Renxtend. G'day Dave, how are you?
Yeah, good Tony, yourself?
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks for making the time, I really appreciate it. So in terms of Renxtend and your brand and how you brought that to life and how you communicate and market yourselves, what do you currently do around that to get the brand out there in the marketplace?
Well, so I've been going since 2011 Renxtend, and initially I just thought, blasé me, that people would just call me.
Yeah.
I didn't really do any
We're allowed to be
advertising.
optimistic.
Yeah, and I just thought, the work will come. But it wasn't until I spoke to two or three other professionals and marketing people, and they said, look, you're missing out on 99.99% of the marketplace because you're not advertising. So these days, we've got websites up to date, running efficiently. We do our Facebook and Instagram. They're our main ones we do at the moment.
Yep.
And that is generating a lot of interest. Everyone knows how Facebook works. One person likes this, it goes out to everyone else.
Yep.
One person shares, it goes out. So
The multiplier.
it is a multiplier. So that works. That's our main advertising at the moment. Works well, apart from a bit of advertising on cars and site bannerage and all that sort of stuff.
It all helps.
It all helps, yeah.
Do you leverage social heavily, or is it just about posting content? You don't sort of do Facebook advertising or other executions like that?
No, we don't do the advertising side.
Sorry, yet?
Yes, we did do a little bit about 6 months ago, but no, I've just found a lot of posting now through the people who look after my website and social media. They do it all, and it is advertising in the day. It is advertising.
Yep.
But it's mainly about getting the right content. Get the right content out there, and people will engage.
Yep. Yeah. And is that mainly project-based content?
A lot of it's project, but now the lady that's looking after it all for me is getting the more detailed, not specific project, because like the way the market looks, people are happy to have a look at a bit of your project, but that's not what they want to really see. They want to see you. They want to know what your company is. They want to know what you're about. And putting a project out there.
Pictures don't really do that.
No, they don't. Yeah. They want to see the other side.
In isolation, they don't really do that.
Yeah. So they need to see the other side. Yeah.
And tell me, what's your approach, if you like, to, and this might be a vague question, but I think it's probably one of the most important questions. How would you phrase or frame your approach to customer experience?
It's a very, very good question. My customer experience, as I said earlier, you have your bad times and you have your good times. I think a lot of the times these days where you've got those customers that aren't, that you don't engage very well with, you can sort of pick them earlier on.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I won't worry about them. I'll concentrate on these ones that are really upfront and really forward and happy. And
I mean, we're humans. We click with some people, we don't with others.
Yeah, totally. So engagement side, I'm lucky where I can start having a look at that in my business. Yeah. Where I can say, I know they're going to be no good. I'll stick with these ones, and I'll look after these ones a lot more than what I will look at that.
Yep.
But customer experience over the years, you learn, and it's an education thing. You learn, you can pick them up pretty early on. So customer experience, I've had some bad times, but most of the time now it's good because I've got the more educated where I can pick who is going to be a good client and who's not.
Yep. Interesting. So it's the end of 2020, we're about to go into 2021. Is there a different mindset that you've got going into 2021 than you did at the beginning of this year?
Yeah. Don't put everything in one box. Don't. It's. I just thought it'd all fall in place. It should fall in place, but then something hits like 2020, and you realise, you got to be prepared. So at the moment, I'm very prepared. I've had the time to get the business ready to go for 2021. Hopefully a vaccine comes out that can kickstart 2021. But as I said, it hasn't affected us a great deal, but it has, as I said, it has made me think that you take a lot for granted. And so one takes one little thing and it just throws everything out the door. So you got to be prepared and you got to be ready for anything.
And who can plan for a 1 in 100 year pandemic?
Yeah, well,
no one.
I don't know how they picked a 1 in 100. It's got to be bigger odds than that. But anyway.
Well, no, 1 in 100 year, because
no.
It was the Spanish flu back in 1918. So
yeah, right.
I mean, as I said one of my earlier questions, you couldn't have written a script for this year.
No,
it's just been bizarre and unusual. Listen, that was really interesting. I really appreciate your time. Thanks for answering the questions. It's been really, really valuable. Dave Henson from Renxtend, thanks again.
No worries. Thanks, Tony. Cheers.